we cast the effects team as we would cast the actors, because they are as important to us. I mean, we had to have people that knew all the modern technology, which changes literally by the day, which gives you so many different options. So you have to be very careful not to get too spread in your thoughts and focus, you know, the best way of doing it. So we got the best team around, and we opened up, you know, a whole new way of doing effects, very similar to the way Jurassic Park was done, because in filming nowadays, and film like Neverending Story, I mean, there's no limit to what you can do, you know. Your imagination is the limit, basically.
When producer Dieter Geisler brought Michael Ender's The Never-Ending Story to the screen, he created a seemingly insatiable appetite among children and their parents for the adventures of Bastian in the magical kingdom of Fantasia.
The Never-Ending Story.
That is strictly a reference book from now on.
Now, with some unexpected twists in the tale, comes The Never-Ending Story 3.
It keeps going.
Well, of course it keeps going. Every move you make is part of your story. Remember that the next time you pick your nose.
It's an amazingly clever idea, a never-ending story. It is your story, so whatever you're going to do now is being written down, and whatever you do next is just about to be written down, and there's nothing you can do to undo that.
The Neverending Story 3 is based on Michael Ender's novel, and it uses a lot of the elements and philosophies of Michael Ender, but it's a very contemporary story.
The story was a huge bestseller in Germany, and it's like a classic like in England, compare it to, you know, Alice Through the Looking Glass, or Alice in Wonderland, or Tolkien, The Hobbit. To the Germans, it's like a kind of kid's kind of Bible, you know.
Bastian's father gets married again, and here we find him with a new stepsister, and they just don't get along together. And so he gets to the new school, and there's this nasty gang, and everybody's against him. So the only solution he finds is where's the book? Where's the Never-Ending Story? He wants to hide in the book, within the story of the book, and it happens that he gets back to Fantasia.
Come on, hurry up! Oh, it's my story, and I say I return to Fantasia to escape the nasties!
Where'd he go? Find him!
And the whole idea that the producers had was to, you know, make it a more pacey, American-type film, you know, so it had all the sensibilities of a European film and kept very much, you know, I think, to the author's vision, but also had a bit of the pace of Home Alone and, you know, some of the fun of that type of film.
You will take the Orin with you. You shall wish yourself back to the human world. Then use the power of the Orin to return the book to the safe hands of the Keeper.
Ah, come on. What's the big deal here? Time for me to lend the kid a helping wrench. Here, grab a twig.
Come on, grab his ear, Bastian!
Oh, Bastian! Hi, Dada.
Junior, come back.
Me pay too.
Hold the wrench.
Oh, me toes!
Dada, help me!
But they've all gone. Ah, there's been a wish overload, you see. Don't worry, my tasty little toadstool. We're safe. You see, we and the others weren't making physical contact. Ah!
So this time, the creatures get taken out instead of a human going into Fantasia. They accidentally get taken out. And so that's another part of the adventure, getting them put back in to Fantasia.
And it's Halloween when this takes place, so it's really hilarious. You see these rock chewer and bark troll walking around in the middle of the mall, and people just going on like, you know, wow, what a neat costume, you know? What a great idea.
Do you see what I see? Oh. Hey, that's it. If anybody says anything to you, just say trick or treat.
Trick or treat? Don't put words in my knothole. I'm 300 years older than you.
Yeah, well, you want to end up in a botanical garden?
We call tweets.
Nearly every film today has some use for special effects. But when your star players include a talking tree, a 7-foot toddler made out of rock, a flying dragon and a pair of tiny gnomes, you need all the help that the rapidly developing technology can offer. Even before they cast the young leads, Jason James Richter from Free Willy and newcomer Melody Kay, work was underway at Jim Henson's Creature Shop in London, an organisation that's brought to life the fantasy of films as far apart as The Dark Crystal and The Muppets' Christmas Carol.
I had 3 storyboard artists, and we storyboarded almost a total film. And during that time also we did conceptual drawings. And this was even before we had the Hensons on board. So when we went to see Brian Henson, well, not only we were selling dialogue, we said, this is what we're aiming to do. And I think that's what pulled the Hensons in.
They said we never do sequels. I mean, we want to create everything at day one. But then we had a discussion with Brian Henson, and he's read the screenplay, and he loved the screenplay. And he said, well, maybe we can make an exception, but let's see some of your designs and what you have in mind. And I think then he was very impressed.
We had 2 choices. You either went with the Hensons that could bring everything together under one umbrella, or we had to do search here, search there, find someone. You could have done it, but it was much better, I felt, and so did the producers, that you would go to one place that had a great reputation, that wanted to keep that reputation, and they would supply all your needs.
We're doing lots of makeups, we're doing puppets, we're doing almost everything you can think of. A lot of blue screen shooting is involved, some computer effects. We're basically involved with all of these things, but I guess the one and the most outstanding thing that everyone will remember is the dragon, Falcor.
Oh no, I'm losing altitude. Look out below. Look out! Oh, I really hate this part of the story. Falcor!
I think I skinned my snout.
Falcor, you did great.
Yeah, am I still in one piece?
Falcor, the dragon, I think was the biggest animatronic animal ever made. I think it was about 32, 34 foot long. So that was, you know, a challenge for everyone and their patience. So
obviously, we have guidelines from the first 2 movies. We can't stray too far from that, but we've managed to inject our own sort of certain angle into the dragon, redesign him slightly, a slightly different look to him, given him more shape and everything, and so I think there's quite a bit of new sort of thinking in there. This is a prototype neck, which you can see. This is just a quick prototype to see principles, and it's basically 3 parallelograms put together with electric actuators on it, which we're going to actually damp hydraulically at the end of the day, hopefully holding up about 150 pounds talking head.
with the full-size dragon, which we did, obviously was shot against blue screen mostly, no, everything is done cabled inside the dragon, so you have a total, you have, you know, no encumbrance at all. With the models, for flying, obviously there are lots of guys in, and girls in very pretty blue skin-type suits that wander around in screen, you know, doing all the things with the sticks to make it fly, and then of course they're taken out later, you know, when we start doing the digital effects, all the blue, that's all in blue, that's all taken out, and your background goes on.
It is in fact both as simple and as complicated as that. As the name suggests, blue screen is a brightly coloured background that won't photograph, nor will anything against it that's the same colour, hence the exotic costumes of these puppeteers. Once the required objects have been singled out in this way and photographed, they can be married to any other background that the director wishes. This particular bird may be perched on a studio branch, but when that blue screen background is replaced by a matte painting, he'll finally nest in the fertile landscape of Fantasia.
Wow! Something tells me I'm not in Fantasia anymore. Doesn't seem to be anybody else around up here. Hope I'm not the only flying creature in these parts. Oh, pardon me, ma'am. May I talk to you for a second? I'm a little lost.
Derek Meddins, who was the supervisor of the effects shoot, I'd worked with on Superman and Batman and I think one other film. So, and he came from quite a prestigious background. I think 2 Oscars. He keeps on telling me anyway.
Baby Rockbiter falls off the nose of Lincoln and goes passing all these rocks and eventually crashes through the trees and is caught by a falcon that happens to be flying down the valley at the time.
What we did, we sent Derek Meddins to Mount Rushmore where they did still photography of the whole of the Mount Rushmore area. But then we built the nose and fitted it into the photographs, Then you have to have rigs that fit into the little Rock Chewer Jr. so he can pull himself up the, so he's on a little tiny trolley, maybe I shouldn't tell you this, but he's on a little trolley, so he's pulling himself up the nose, and then you have to have a quick release so he can let go and fall. So it's quite a technical process in organising the whole thing,
Well, I keep forgetting that's a big head, isn't it? I mean, can't we? I mean, do we actually need to make a bit of nose? I mean, can't we just drop him from in front of the nose?
Oh, yes, you're on the Virgin Islands.
Well, there is that possibility. In the end, I thought, well, why do it this way? I could just drop it and shoot at very high speed, like I've done before, and that would get over the problem. And so that's what we're going to do.
Relax a minute now. Here we go. And roll. And action.
Gotcha! Wow! This won't help my back problem.
I'm hungry.
Oh? Okay. We'll stop at the next rock pile.
Oh, goody.
Well, I suppose my eyes would stop working if I fell off a cliff that high. Henson's workshop.
When you see what they can do with all the different movements in the face, I mean, it's just I think, it's almost a program on its own, just watching them do it, Everything that all came from, Jim talking to his hand, it's come a long way since then.
This is one of the miniatures of the Junior Rock Chewer, made in London and destined to be dropped from a great height in Germany. But the larger-scale bodysuits of the Rock Chewers and the Bark Troll are bound for other locations, in Vancouver, Canada.
They go performing inside, who'll do all the body movement, and then another puppeteer who works all this stuff, which is done by remote control and computers, an outside puppeteer who can see what's actually going on, and then the performer has to work with him, do a lot of rehearsal with him, and also play back on monitors so that he can see exactly what his performance is like. They also are in radio communication with each other so they can discuss where they're moving to.
As you may have realised, it's an extremely convoluted chain of communication going on here. Them to each other, them to us to them and back again.
The chief puppeteer talks directly through a microphone to the person inside either the tree or the rock.
Okay.
We rehearse beforehand, without the heads on, so the pressure's not too great on them, 'cause otherwise it becomes horrendously hot and very difficult for them. Then it's a matter of getting everything in sync, the mouth with the voice. So the person that does the voice is the puppeteer, not the guy inside the skin.
No. After trick or treat,
You probably start to move on trick or treat.
Yeah,
we start to move on.
Yeah, we start to move on trick or treat, and we're all starting to move forward.
Yeah.
Straight forward, Dave. Yeah, towards us over here. Yeah. Yeah, and he's going, oh, great, yeah, but don't expect me to change your diaper. Yeah. I'm looking around the store.
Dave Foreman plays Rock Chewer, and he's great. He's so funny. He's a fun guy. He's really nice, and he makes it really easy because you see Rock Chewer. You don't see a mask and not you know, person. You see a real living thing there, and, you know, Bark Troll and everybody just really great. And it's pretty easy.
Come on. Oh, look, they have a sale in the garden department.
This is no time for shopping. We gotta split up. If either one of you finds Nicole, you bring her right here, right back to this spot, okay?
Great.
Watch him.
Leave me holding the rock. Wrong. The rock, baby. Yeah.
From actual locations in the real world of Vancouver, the unit travelled back to the make-believe world of Fantasia, which was built on the sound stages of Babelsberg Studio near Berlin. The sheer size and scope of these sets quickly made them a magnet to visiting filmmakers from elsewhere in Europe and beyond.
So Peter is quite adept at that stuff then, huh?
Oh yeah, he was DP, then second unit director on all the big special effect films like Batman.
Batman was great for me because I was also allowed to photograph the second unit as well as direct it, which was, you know, a kind of double challenge, but a very enjoyable one. You know.
So David, next shot is the foot coming through the ceiling. Yeah. Really? Right. And where does the actual foot? And that'll go down. Show me the foot down for a moment, if it's safe.
Paul.
Right.
Oh, thank you, Paul.
So it might be nice to have the foot. It just.
Yeah. Okay, take it down, Paul.
All the way down now. So what we do, and we throw some cracking on top. So just lay down there for a second, if you would. Just lift up the leg slowly.
Coming up.
So he could fall down. Yeah. Well, now show me the leg coming up at the speed it'll do now.
Right. Roll the camera. Speed. Okay. 1, 2, 3, action!
Come and get your sweetskins. It's your favourite.
Two months of root rot. I finally get to sleep, and now this.
It serves you right for sticking your foot in other people's potions. If I was 5 feet taller, I'd show you a thing or two, young man. Bastian?
For a special effect film, first of all, it's always very, very important to have a director who has a lot of knowledge and experience with special effects, with the techniques, so that he is not hindered by problems which then turn out to be a problem of the film. And when I met Peter MacDonald, I was very impressed with what he's done before. He had experience with special effect films. He took over the directing of Rambo 3, which was an action picture, but also Rambo, you know, needed a lot of optical effects and things. And I think he's a very good director also with actors. I liked his approach, I liked his humor, and I felt he is the right director for the Neverending Story. And all I can say today, I was right.
Let's go shopping! Yay, yay, yay!
Daddy Rock Chewer and Baby Rock Chewer are driving and they're going, Born to be wild. And they're driving through the forest and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Get your motor running, out on the highway, looking for adventure, and whatever comes our way. Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the road and the love home place. Fire all of the guns at once and explode into space. Alex make a lightning, have him out of thunder. Raise him with the wind, and the feeling that I'm under.
Leading Germany's bid to top the best that Hollywood can offer are Cinemagic and Bibo, two effects specialists that were pushed to the limits by the huge demands of the Neverending Story.
We have the classical matte paintings that have been done for 40 or 50 years this way on glass with everything done in the camera. We did some like that, so you have everything done in the camera, and They were done at Shepton Studios and in Berlin. Then we have digital effects. You have the latest digital work. We have computer-generated sequence, which at a whole 2 minutes at the beginning of the film is computer-generated with 3D image. So it means you are traveling as if by a helicopter across Fantasia. And as it's 3D, you can come around corners and see where you've been. We are working for a German company, Cinevox, which is financed by German money. So it's obvious that we are going to make a film in Germany because that's the way it should be. We use in Babelsberg because we need large stages, which they have. And we also use facilities here of Cinevox and Cinemagic, you know, so we can do, while we're shooting, we can also do some of the effects at the same time. What we're doing here is it's a foreground of the opening shot of the film. So we shot a model of an ice landscape. And then we're having a matte artist paint the background. And so we were supervising the foreground with different types of snow and wind and to make it look real. And then we will paint behind that in the blue the landscape. And then in about 3 or 4 weeks' time, I will put the clouds in at Bibo. We have the old tried way of doing it to the very latest way of composite, which is a digital way, you know. So, and we use whatever we felt was best for each individual sequence.
Come on. You're breathing rather heavily, my dear.
Federal Express.
There is one teensy problem, my little squashed kumquat. We appear to be several thousand miles from Bastian's house.
Good evening. Evening, Mr. McKenzie. When will it arrive? Tomorrow afternoon.
Come on, get inside. We'll change the label to Bastian's address when the coast is clear.
Well, I hope we get some advantage miles for this.
Neverending Story 3 is family entertainment, it's magic, it's fun, it's emotions. I can tell it's a wonderful story.
Well, sis, how'd you like the ending?
You did that?
Yeah.
The music, the dialogue,
I need refilling.
the punch,
Shocking. I think he got the point.
the girls,
Pussy.
007 license to kill.
Something big's come up.
the big 007 action, the drink,
Martini, shaken, not stirred.
the villains,
That's my little octopus.
the man,
James Bond.
You made a shocking mess out of my hair, you sadistic brute.
a license to thrill, only on Sky.
Goodbye, Mr. Bond.
Coming up in the Sky interview, we talk to big guy getting bigger, Arnold Schwarzenegger, star and mother-to-be in Junior.
Red alert! The time of the next generation is shifting.
It appears to be an eruption of anti-time.
This time shifting, when it happens, I experience a momentary disorientation.
Don't panic, Picard. We've still new episodes of Star Trek on Sunday nights.
Nicely done.
Now you can catch it first at 3 and then at 9.
The second time's even better than the first.
Star Trek, the next generation.
It is not time yet.
At the new time, Sundays at 3 and 9 on Sky One.
How little do you mortals understand time?
In the Sky interview now, more on the new movie Junior, which reunites director Ivan Reitman with ex-twins Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
I think they're very wonderful together, and it's not just because one's big and one's small. It's just the way their energies work and the way their acting complements each other.
We're on the verge of something fantastic, something important, and I need you to carry it through with me.
I must be crazy to be doing this.
You may be crazy, but you're also pregnant.
I'm pregnant. I do love those guys, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito. I think they're a great combination.
It has to be totally believable, and then it works on the screen. The way to make it believable is that, first of all, you do a lot of research, that you find out enough about the character that you're playing, how to play it, how to play the emotional changes and all that.
We should be pausing to hear the joyful melody of life itself.
He doesn't get out much.
Neither do I.
And then also get the help from the director that guides you through the movie and make sure that it all has a flow and a continuity and a certain rhythm to it, and not to make it a one-choke movie, but to really bring a lot of substance to it and make it a fun story and entertaining story. I've gotten the most outstanding reviews now in the United States. I've never gotten reviews like this before, being compared to Cary Grant and being suggested to get it to be nominated for an award and all those kind of things. So this is really exactly what I wanted and what I needed, because so many times when you do those action films, people think of you only as this one-dimensional kind of an action character, and there are many of those. But then to spread out and to be able to do this type of a movie and this and this, and to play all the different emotions and the different kind of comedies, that's very hard to do. And that was important for me, that I went in that direction to show that I have more to offer than just blowing away someone's head.
I hate my body.
Looking prosperous there.
The pants are a little loose around the waist.
I could take them in.
Better leave room to grow.
That's a good idea.
That's the spirit. I'll cuff them for you.
Okay. I've worked now the second time with Danny DeVito. I love working with him because he's very humorous, not only when you do the filming, but also off the set. I mean, you can sit with him, you can smoke a cigar with him. He's a great cook. He cooks spaghetti and pasta every day, and we have lunch together, and we have a great time.
So 6:45, the pasta is ready, and in 5 minutes they're going to be totally soft. Well, fine. Then come home whenever you want.
Emma Thompson was kind of the newcomer here, because Emma Thompson we never worked with before, and she comes from a very serious acting background, the Shakespearean background and all this, but we had no idea that she would be that funny.
Men.
Men what?
Oh, well, they're pathetic, really, when it comes to pain. I mean, you should try being a woman sometime. It's a nightmare. Your body goes peculiar with your first period, and it doesn't stop until menopause. It's a lifetime of leaking and swelling and spotting and smears, crippling cramps, raging hormones, yeasts. You know, and that's if everything's normal.
She's hilarious, this girl. We were laughing with her so much, and she brought so much to the film, so much entertainment, and the whole romantic thing worked well with her, because sometimes when you work with someone together, with a woman together, you don't know if this whole thing really clicks. And with her, it really clicked right away from the first minute that we met, and we started rehearsing. It was a good chemistry there.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, wait.
Who would ever thought that Schwarzenegger and Thompson would be a great romantic pairing, but they are. I mean, the electricity just bounces off of them.
Does my body disgust you?
What?
My body. Is it disgusting?
No.
There will be many more action films coming up, and big ones, epic ones, you know, if it is Planet of the Apes, if it is The Crusades or any of those things, all those things are coming up in the future that I will be doing. And so I don't think anyone has to be concerned that I turned my back on the old genre and walked away. I always add. I never walk away from anything. I always just add to that.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Feel how soft my skin is.
That's it.
Danny DeVito.
Guys do not have babies. We leave that to the women. That's part of the beauty of being a guy.
And Emma Thompson.
You think men don't hold enough cards? You have to take this away from us as well.
I would love, protect, and nurture the milk with everything I've got in me.
Stop it.
No, I don't stop it. I want my babies.
Junior.
Is this your first?
Yes.
Every Sunday you can hang out with a family with a difference.
This is the kind of entertainment they think is suitable for younger and more impressionable viewers.
Join The Simpsons, Sundays at 6 on Sky One.
Why do I get the feeling that someday I'll be describing this to a psychiatrist?
Satellite Network. This is the Movie Channel.